And now, first here at 11 o'clock, a man is dead and a woman injured after police say they were shot sitting in their car in Jeffersontown. It happened tonight. Hello, everybody, here on the WHAS 11 night team. I'm Doug Proffitt. This scene came in around 8 o'clock tonight at an apartment complex off Old 6 Mile Lane.
There were two people sitting in a parked vehicle in a parking lot, a male and a female. Car pulled up, opened fire on that vehicle.
That's the J-Town Police Chief Rick Sanders saying the man was shot several times and died at the scene. The woman was taken to the hospital where she's expected to survive. Detectives are talking to neighbors in the complex. They're asking anyone who can help them to call Jeffersontown Police. The number to call is on your screen there. You see it, 502-267-0503 with any information. And also, right here tonight, more sexual harassment allegations now facing Louisville Metro Police. It's the second case in a week with graphic details and a new lawsuit that you may find disturbing. WHAS 11 night team's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Addie Hill have reaction from the officer's attorney and a well-known legal expert who says this will certainly impact the ongoing negotiations with the U.S. Department of Justice. Alex?
Doug, this lawsuit that was filed today in the Jefferson Circuit Court comes a week after LMPD Chief Jackie Gwynn Villaroel was placed on administrative leave for her handling of a sexual misconduct allegation within the department. The lawsuit alleges the same mishandling of sexual misconduct within the department cited in the DOJ report last March. Officer Christine Silk joined the Louisville Metro Police Department as a recruit in February of 2023. Attorney Sarah Collins filed a lawsuit on behalf of Silk Tuesday.
No one prepares you for the risk and danger to come within the thin blue line.
The lawsuit claims that within Silk's first week in the police academy, one of her instructors, Officer Dale Cottonjim, began making inappropriate comments. Cottonjim is alleged to have told Silk in front of her classmates to, quote, whore yourself out for childcare, specifically detailing that Silk should, quote, go on a date, take a guy home, sleep with him, and then she would have childcare, end quote. Silk reported these events, which led to a professional standards unit investigation. This resulted in Cottonjim being involuntarily reassigned, but according to the lawsuit, he did not receive a suspension or reduction of pay or benefits. After Silk was sworn in as a full-time LMPD officer in September of 2023, the lawsuit claims training officer Justin Lamont made inappropriate comments and advances towards Silk. In a text message seen right here, Silk told Lamont she doesn't send sexually explicit photos. After a couple responses, Lamont then sent a sexually explicit photo of himself.
She was previously aware of other officers who had been sent unsolicited pictures, other officers who had experienced sexual harassment. And she wanted to stand up against that at the same time. She was terrified.
An internal investigation led to Lamont being placed on emergency suspension. Following the suspension, the lawsuit claims officers have been told to stay away from Silk, quote, because she filed 3 to 4 sexual harassment complaints already and will report officers for anything, end quote.
Instead of taking them seriously, employers, including but not limited to LMPD, end up sort of closing ranks and finding ways to put pressure on the accuser rather than investigate and take seriously the allegations. And those end up resulting in retaliation.
University of Louisville professor of law Sam Markison said this latest lawsuit could benefit the policies outlined in the looming DOJ federal consent decree.
Now the Department of Justice can take this into account, these ongoing problems and these new instances of misconduct, and make sure that those are addressed in the consent decree, that it's toughened, that it's specific to issues of sexual harassment within the department.
This city needs to heal.
Metro Councilwoman Tammy Hawkins serves as chair of the Public Safety Committee.
But there is absolutely no way that we can heal with things like this continuously going on inside the force.
In a statement shared with WHAS 11, an LMPD spokesperson said in part, quote, regarding the specific allegations contained in the lawsuit, one investigation was completed in 2023. That officer was disciplined and transferred. The other investigation is ongoing, and while it is ongoing, the officer has been reassigned with powers limited pending the outcome of the investigation. Neither is assigned to the same division or unit as the officer who has asserted the allegations, end quote. The investigation is still ongoing. When asked this morning at his weekly update, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg said he was unaware of the lawsuit. Now, we do want to note that Silk is currently on administrative leave following a fatal police shooting in the PRP neighborhood last month. In studio, Alex Dieterer of the WHAS11 night team on your side.
Alex, thank you. Again, as we mentioned, this is the second time in just a week that a police officer has come forward with sexual harassment allegations. It was last week Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg suddenly placed Chief Jacqueline Gwen Villarreal on administrative leave for her handling of a workplace sexual harassment allegation involving two majors. Today, for the first time, the mayor gave our Isaiah Kim Martinez a possible time frame for this investigation.
I do expect it to be about another month or so.
What would you have to see in that investigation to bring the chief back?
I just expect from the investigation a thorough explanation of the facts of what happened, and then I'll make a decision from there.
We also learned today the Jefferson County Attorney's Office is investigating the specific harassment allegations against LMPD Major Brian Courager. A spokesperson told us that they couldn't be investigated by LMPD because Courager supervises the Professional Standards Unit. Also new on the WHAS11 night team, Louisville's acting police chief at the moment says the city has a gang problem and it's different from years past. Paul Humphrey, Mayor Craig Greenberg, the fire chief Brian O'Neill, and leaders from Lexington testified right here today before lawmakers in Frankfort about challenges in public safety. Humphrey told lawmakers gang culture has changed.
It's no longer this red and blue problem. We have numerous gangs that are much smaller, and gang members now have multiple affiliations. It's not just that they're affiliated with one group. They might be affiliated with 2 or 3 different groups. And they go in and out of those groups very easily.
Humphrey says this makes prosecuting offenders under traditional gang laws more difficult. He adds they will have to be more creative about how they use prosecutorial tools in these cases. We've got another warm night in Kentucky, and hey, we are in the middle of a heat wave as we're heading into Wednesday tomorrow. Christina San Juan is in for Colleen Peterson tonight, joining us here on the night team. Christina, you've been watching these temperatures during the day. Now you see another hot one at night, but you say we're not even at the peak temperatures yet this week.
No, not even close out there, Doug. We're going to be approaching 100 degrees by the time the week is done. So I think we're really going to want to take advantage, believe it or not, of the temperatures being where they are right now. In fact, we're still sitting in those mid 80s, a very warm night out there here in Louisville and really all across Kentuckiana. But where we see those 70s is also where we had a few spotty showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder pass through. So you can see really the difference is pretty big between who saw the rain and who stayed dry all day. So here at Muhammad Ali International Airport, we did not see any rain at all today, and we are still dealing with a heat index. I do have some relief in the forecast, though, and I'll tell you when to expect it coming up in just a bit. Doug?
All right, we'll stick around for that. Thanks, Christina. The Louisville Metro Police Department is taking steps to connect with the community in an effort to reduce gun violence. Tonight, officers from the 5th Division, along with the acting chief and the command staff, met with people at the Kroger store on Bardstown Road in the Highlands. It's part of their Stop Gun Violence effort. Residents were able to share their concerns and ideas with police officers, receive safety information, and get a free gun lock.
If you have a weapon, lock it up. Don't leave it in your car, just like your wallet or any other valuables. We want to make sure the community is working together to eliminate crime. We don't want to make it easy on criminals.
The department is hosting these events at Kroger stores throughout the city every other week. Well, gun violence is widespread across many Louisville zip codes right now. Some neighborhoods seeing more violence than others. Residents who live on these streets also feel the trauma along with the victims. WHAS11 night team's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie talked with a teenager at a special program tonight highlighting art and music for healing.
That I can express myself in more than one way, especially when it comes to anger.
Valon Gentry finds herself spending hours healing inside Shawnee's Sacred Earth Community Garden. It's a safe place to help those get through trauma.
If you don't have the right way to cope with it or the right way to deal with your stress or anger, it might lead to a bad area, like a bad path.
Gentry helped plant some of the vegetables inside the garden. It's a constant reminder to her of just how far she's grown.
I've become more communicative with other people. Because at first when I joined, I was very to myself and I would always draw my book.
U of L partnered with organizations and communities deeply impacted by gun violence over the last 6 months through its MINT project. The hospital connected the community through different mediums of art therapy. Participants are able to express themselves through music.
And we have created different playlists with them. And then we said, okay, how is this making you feel in this moment?
Trauma and gun violence victims were taught how to heal through different workshops. Organizations like 50/50 Mentoring Collaborative, which focuses on art, technology, and mentorship, is proud to partner with U of L.
I think it's needed for them to come inside of community. The hospital is a beautiful resource for families and people dealing with type of trauma, but sometimes some people don't want to go to the hospital.
Gentry is now sharing her story to help others heal through their pain.
It makes me feel happy to know that there's a lot more people than just my family caring about me and trying to get me to a better place.
The music as healing as the art, two reminders that healing can come through peace. In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.
You can learn more about this initiative on our website, WHAS11.com. A Louisville firefighter is being recognized for his bravery after he jumped into action while off duty. Juan Pablo Saavedra was on his way home on June 7th when he saw a car on fire at 2nd and Oak in Old Louisville. The fire had spread to a nearby building, which included a restaurant and apartments. Saavedra called 911, alerting the nearest firehouse, and then made sure everyone was safe from the blaze.
Despite low visibility and smoking conditions, he bravely entered the burning building. He made sure that everyone was safely evacuated. And when the fire and smoke spread further, he checked nearby businesses and apartments to confirm that everyone was safe.
Worthy applause there. Louisville Mayor Greg Greenberg awarding him a proclamation in honor of his bravery.